Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. And today I'm putting on my stock muffler. What? Hit the intro. Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you. Alright guys, so let's jump into it. You guys are probably going to ask me, Boost, what did you mean you're putting on your stock muffler? Hear me out, let me briefly explain. I'd rather not say this till later. Alright, so number one, I have to free up some cash, guys. You guys know I have a Rev 9 CATBACK exhaust, and I still have my stock muffler. So the rear AXLEBACK is about $350 online. I'm gonna try to sell it locally, hopefully for like $200, $250. That frees us some cash because, you know, I did get turbos. I'm gonna have to get money from somewhere. Number two, a lot of you guys usually go and get an AXLEBACK for your car, correct? You guys either get the infiniti one or just any remark AXLEBACK. But you guys end up getting lower downpipes and test pipes, but y'all don't get a YPIPE and midpipe. So Rev 9 is one of the only companies that make a YPIPE and midpipe combo separately without having to buy a CATBACK for a relatively good price. And its collector is 3-inch too, so it's really dope. And in this video, I will actually want to show you guys if you can actually install the stock muffler on the Rev 9 midpipe and YPIPE, my YPIPE and midpipe. So let's go, let's get it. Now you guys could actually install this probably without the Rhino ramps, but I already had these Rhino ramps for the longest, but because I don't want to put the car on jack stands, just roll it back, that's what I'm going to do in this video. It's really easy for me to do. You can get these off of Walmart or anything like that, but you could go as far back as you want to, but pretty much these are really good. I had them for about 2-3 years now, and I think it's a really good product. Anyways, let's move forward. All right, there she is, my old stock muffler, a little rusty and everything like that. I already know my boy's probably gonna jump in because he begged me. He said, Boost, you better not put on your stock muffler. And I said no, and he said, come on man, just wait till the end of the summer. And I'm just like, nah. So this is pretty much the rear Rev 9 AXLEBACK. I've had this on the car since October, so it's been about 6 months. The only thing I really see that rust up here is this section here. We'll take a better look, but it looks like that bracket might have cracked right there. But everything else looks pretty fine. But remember, in the older video, we had to cut a slight section, a little bit of the metal section off, just so that the tips could go in more. And yes, I have the ashy hands. I'm definitely not working with my gloves here. But yep, this is it. So we also had to go with different bolts. So these should be 15 millimeter bolts on both ends, or 15 and 14. But I'll let you guys know in the video, and let's just begin. All right guys, so unfortunately this is a 16 millimeter bolt. I don't know why it's a 16, and I don't have a 16 millimeter socket for some strange reason. Usually we don't have, you know, 10 millimeters, but in this case I don't have a 16 millimeter socket. So, but I do have a 16 millimeter wrench, so that's what we're gonna have to use in this part. The reason why I'm using a vice grip is I don't have another bolt way to remove it, but also when you start turning this, what's gonna happen is it's gonna start to rotate. So the best way to get it to stop rotating is to do what I just did to get it to hold into place. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of this stuff by hand. And I want you guys to know, man, it's nothing. Don't be too scared to work on cars on your own with just the with just basic hand tools. As long as the hardware isn't rusty and haven't been on it too long, it should be really easy to get off. So yep, see, that one came right off. I don't even know why it's a 16 millimeter bolt, and there's a little washer, a little crush washer with it. And let me move forward. So I also want you guys to see how I've unbolted one side and now the exhaust is pretty much moving, just because that little bracket did rust up. So this is actually probably what you would call a 6-month review. But once everything is bolted up, there was no noises or anything annoying there. But this is upsetting. Maybe I believe there's a bracket in the middle above here, but we'll get to that part next. So let me just move forward, and I'm not even gonna record this part. We just knock this one out. So all right, guys, take a look. So I live in Brooklyn, New York, so we have a lot of salt on our roads. It wasn't really a crazy winter. There's barely any snow, but a lot of condensation and moisture does get on this exhaust. Like I assumed, a lot of places where metal was welded would rust up a little bit. Here too. That little bracket did break off. So, but the exhaust still held together pretty good. Brackets look fine. This held here, this tack weld here, held here. A little bit of rusting around here, but this is pretty common for this specific type of steel they use. Can't remember if it was 304, but yeah, it still looks like it's in great condition and a really good Tanambi knockoff. So anyways, let me move forward and let's start installing the stock exhaust on the Rev 9 mid-pipe and Y-pipe combo. And also, you guys will probably want to take a look at the gaskets. Those are the gaskets. A little bit of moisture build up. I might use some RTV. I think I have some. But yeah, looks good. Let's move forward. For your viewing pleasure, some of you guys want to hear how the car sounds like with pretty much low downpipes and Rev 9 mid-pipe and Y-pipe with resonators. Here's how it sounds. Alright guys, so once again I am back now. As confirmed on this video, Rev 9, repeat, Rev 9 mid-pipe fits stock OEM muffler. So if some of you guys want to gain some performance in the sense of adding an exhaust so that there's no big bottleneck down upstream towards the turbos, but still want a quiet exhaust, this may be it. But we'll see how it sounds like after startup. Some of you guys may not like it because it's going to be quiet, but at least you have 2.5-inch exhaust all the way from lower downpipes all the way to the muffler. And I highly doubt that back here is going to cause such a big hindrance. But you know what? You know, I could be wrong. I'm just some guy off of YouTube. But anyways, let me just speed this up a little bit and let's get to the noise. Alright, my fellow guys, that's it. Take a look. That's my exhaust. 2.5-inch Rev 9 Y-pipe with mid-pipe with the resonators I added. I kind of wish I went with I think I have 14 inches. I wish I would have went with 18 inches. This is all 2.5-inch. And then you guys are going to make fun of me about these because you guys are going to say, well, you're coming from 2.5-inch to, I think it's 2 1/4. I believe it's 2 1/4. And it's not going to line up properly. Well, it's bolted up, but yes, this hole is going to be bigger than this hole. But at the end of the day, I don't think I'm losing pretty much any performance because it's all the way back here about it. And I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts. But let me just give you guys a quick startup and so you guys can flame me. And I'm going to tell you some other reasons why I did what I did. All right, guys. So here's the startup. Woo, that's pitiful, isn't that? That is terrible. All quiet, no noise. This is bad. Let me give you guys some more sound. Alright guys, so let's talk a little bit because I know you guys are probably like, Boost, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Even though I told you guys some of the reason at the start, you guys are probably wondering why, Boost. Like, tell me. Like, you gotta break it down. So I'm gonna break it down. Like I said earlier, number one, I gotta free up some cash. Yes, $200 does matter. I got purchased this exhaust, I think for like $295, $300 maybe, and then they add the taxes and everything like that. So just trying to recoup a little bit of money. Number two, I wanted to see if the stock AXLEBACK could bolt on to the Rev 9 mid-pipe. And yes, you guys see it in the video, you can definitely do this. This is for people who already have AXLEBACKs, such as Infiniti one or Remark, and they possibly want to change out their YPIPE and mid-pipe rather than buying the TUNING version and spending a bunch of money on just those two parts. You can go with the Rev 9. And plus I add resonators, but if you have stock muffler, you don't even need to add resonators because the stock muffler will keep it nice and quiet. Number three, the third reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is, being honest with you guys, I want the car to be quiet fast. And a lot of people's videos, exhaust is really loud. I like my exhaust sound. It's not too loud, it's relatively quiet. It's a good consistent tone to it. But to be quite honest, I really like the idea of being sleeper status and no one even noticing. Even though some of you guys are gonna jump in and say, but Boost, you're losing power. I don't really think I am. But Boost, you're going with upgrade turbos. Why would you have a stock muffler? Because I want it quiet and fast. Like, that's honestly it. I want no one to even know that I'm a 600 horsepower car when I pull up. I'm gonna pull up and be completely quiet. How much 600 horsepower cars you know out there that are quiet? Barely any, right? But knowing that I could probably have this car as quiet as a whisper with 600 horsepower is insane. So that's something that I would love to do, and I think it'll be pretty cool to see in the future. I don't know, I think that's really true sleeper status. And if you guys support me, definitely hit the like button if you think that was kind of cool that I want to do this. But there's really no other reasons why other than those three reasons. I don't know which one's first, second, or third. I just picked the order. But I just definitely wanted to do it, and yes, it could be done. And yeah, if you guys enjoy it, definitely already know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe bell notification. If you want to purchase this Rev 9 AXLEBACK, I do have a link below to it. It's a really good AXLEBACK. I have other old videos on the sound clip of it, and my recommendation in the last 6 months I've had it, I still think it's definitely worth it. It's only $300 compared to like a TUNING one, which is pretty much, this is a knockoff TUNING. This is about half the price, with the exception of the one weld that did crack. It was pretty perfect. There was no banging, no noises, and I live in an area where it has a lot of rust and moisture, so it wasn't too bad there. But definitely check the link below. Also, I have the links to the Rev 9 YPIPE and mid-pipe and resonators, and I have the videos on my channel too, so you can definitely check those out also. But yes, guys, this is what I want to do. I want this car to be quiet fast. I want to recoup some money. And yeah, man, I just want to pull up and everyone to be like, hey, why is that soccer mom's car here? All right, guys, so I just want to give you also a little bit of more of a reaction too. It's been about 2 days since I've put on the AXLEBACK, and there is a difference. So hear me out, I'll explain myself. You guys gonna say, Boost, you're some old man. No, I'm not. Hear me out. When you have a loud exhaust, you get used to it and you think that loud is fast. But now using that I have the stock muffler on, it's a lot different. I noticed that I'm paying attention to how the car feels a lot more, so depending on how much torque it's putting down, depending on what gear I'm in. And I actually just listened to how loud the engine may rev. And before, it was just really the exhaust I was paying attention to. I didn't pay attention to the other noises of the car. So it's just a different way of looking at things and how the car feels and how it drives. And I thought that was pretty different. But like I said earlier, you know, have you guys ever seen or heard of a 500 to 600 horsepower car that's quiet? The only cars I would say is really like Mercedes cars. They could be 500-600 horsepower and be quiet, but they have V8, so they still have some kind of noise. So yeah, I'm trying to go for that 100% sleeper status. You'll look at my car and be like, oh, it's a little lower. Oh, it has a little lip on it, but it's Infiniti. What's that? That's some slow car or whatever. No one would ever pay me no attention. They're like, oh my god, who invited this guy? Are you the camera guy? Yeah, I'm the camera guy. So otherwise than that, guys, definitely tell me what you think, but let me close it out. So otherwise than that, guys, you already know what to do. Contact them, boostinmotion on IG and Facebook, and boostinmotion@gmail.com. If you want to purchase any of my merch, you can definitely check below at the Teespring account. That gets directly sent shipped to you. And also on top of that, if you guys always ask if you want to donate to the channel, I'm not asking, you don't have to, but a lot of people somehow want to donate and give something. I have a Cash App at boostinmotion, And yes, guys, I appreciate you, because I wouldn't make it this far if it wasn't for you guys. And I continue want to try different things, including going quiet for the channel. But definitely check it out. Do appreciate you guys. You guys have a good morning, good afternoon, and good night with my ashy hands. Pretty freaking ashy. You guys have a good day. Appreciate it. Thank you everybody for watching. Do appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. You can also check out the 2 links I posted for some of my other videos. Also, on top of that, if you want to purchase some boostinmotion merch, definitely check the link that I posted also. And finally, if you've been watching all my videos and you enjoy them, please hit the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you.